Hi, folks. Eee. Okay, I had some technical difficulties again, but I got it. It's all straightened out, I think. So here I am. So if you were looking for me a little earlier, you wouldn't have found me because, well, I just wasn't there. But I'm here now. And so, how is everybody? It's been a while. Yeah, I missed you last week. I noticed that I'm freezing up here a little bit, but um, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Hi, Susie. Oh, yep. See, I froze up again, but I can keep talking. It's okay. Not a problem. My phone battery is very low. Hi, Connie. Um, and I'm gonna have to plug it in again pretty soon. I think that's probably the problem. So, oh, what do we have going on? We did the library this afternoon, so that's why Joey didn't come on to remind you. Joey's mad at me because I haven't been home enough for him the last couple days, and he doesn't like when I'm not home. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, you missed it, but that's okay. We had a nice time, but makes Christmas card. I have a couple of cards to show you. I think that I have to just tell you. Wait 1 minute. Okay, here we are. Yeeks. I'm finding little cups all over my floor. This kind of cup, the kind of cup here, that's here. Hi, Karen. So we did the card making today at the library. We made, let's see, we made, maybe I can show you, maybe I can. I guess I put that card away. But I did make this one. I made this one. It's upside down. There it is. Okay. This one. And there was another one, but I put it away. But so this past last weekend, um yeah, Carol, we missed you. Uh I attended Creative Aid, which I think you've probably heard me talk about this before. And I know Susie, you do it too. So today's card is going to be very familiar to you because this is one of the Creative Eight cards. They did some really, really lovely cards this time. And hopefully I can get through a bunch of them with you over the next couple of weeks. But oh, Carol, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that keeps you jumping. Well, I'm glad he's okay. That definitely keeps you jumping, though. I understand that. But we did miss you. Hope to see you back next time. So, speaking of the library, we'll be doing it again next week, Wednesday night. Wednesday night, that is the 6th. Um, the 5th is election day. Don't forget to vote, guys. Um, And then we're going to have another class. We were talking about this today at the library. The next afternoon class is the day before Thanksgiving. And as far as I know, the library's going to be open. So we're going to be there. I'm going to do that because I'm not cooking, and most of the people say they weren't. So hopefully it can make it. If a lot of you tell me that you cannot do it the day before Thanksgiving, I'll talk to the library and see if we can change it around. But if everybody can, what the heck? Why not? So there's that. Here's one of the cards that I made from the Creative Aid retreat. Now, let me tell you something. Brittany Cox made this card, and I very much copied it, except I did not have the card, the bundle that she used. There is a new bundle in the Christmas catalog this year with evergreens. I didn't buy it because I had an older one that was very, very similar. So I used it. So I just wanted to show you that, you can do a lot of things. Look at this. Oh, there. Isn't that neat? It just opens up and then it sits. It sits upright like this. And I'm trying to figure out a nice way to. It sits like this. A good way to show it to you. See, it's just it's neat. Okay, so there's that one, and then here's this one is really cool, and this one was using a different stamp set, but I did it using this stamp set. Okay, on the outside it says nothing's better than peppermint cocoa, and you open it up. Are you ready for this? Except maybe you. So that's how it opens. Isn't that cool? I love this card. So we were talking about all the different things you could do with this particular layout. You could do something like put barn doors there, and use that cow thing and have the cow inside the barn. You could do for Christmas, you could do a chimney and then open it up and there's Santa Claus in there. Or you could do the manger. Somebody said about doing a manger scene. I think that would be a really cool idea too. So anyway, this is Creative 18 is Brandy Cox, um, Connie Stewart, Jackie Ball Hayes, and Sharon Armstrong. And tonight I'm doing a card from there and I'm copying it pretty much exactly the way it was. But I'm telling you, you're going to love it. This card was done by Connie Stewart. And it is, I'll even show you the card. Okay, that's what I'm doing tonight. Now it does lay flat. See, you can fold it flat to put it in an envelope, but it stands upright. It's hard to see. Okay, and it says, love you more than peppermint cocoa. And on the back, it says, you are the peppermint to my hot cocoa. Isn't that cute? Hey, cat, how you doing? Is that not cool? So that's what we're doing tonight. So you're going to want to write these instructions down. I just know it. So let's get to it right away. Um, I don't think there's too much of anything I need to tell you today, except that, let's see, the stamp sets today. Tomorrow is Halloween, and it's the last day of the month. So that means that the kit sale is done after tomorrow. So if there's any kits you have a burning desire to get, quick grab them tonight. Other than that, I don't have too much of anything to tell you. So I'm just going to move right on into making this card. And I'm going to cut myself out of here before my battery goes dead. So there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to plug it in so I can keep talking because the sound comes through my phone. So, okay, you can hear me. And here's what we're going to do. We have we have a whole lot of stuff going on here. Um, First of all, I'm going to be kind of doing some stamping and then some gluing and assembling and then back to some stamping. But I have all my stamp sets here that I need. And I'm doing everything. This whole thing is the More Than Autumn dies. I love this bundle. I know Carol has it. I don't know who else has it for sure, but I love it. I have used it quite a few times already for some really nice cards and every card that you use it for. I mean, when you look at it, because it's called More Than Autumn, so right away you think, oh, this will be great for fall cards, the pumpkin spice and apple and fall season and all that. But Brenda, you do too. Oh, you just wait. Wait till you see this card. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Um, but you can move right into Christmas with it because we're going to change all the colors. We're going to get away from the pumpkin pie. We're going to get away from the browns and the oranges, and we're going to go with the red and greens and a little bit of brown too. So I started off with a piece of early espresso paper. It's cut 10, okay, 10 by 4 1/4. And then we are going to, I'm going to lose my things that I have cut out here if I'm not careful. So I'm going to just put them in a safe spot. Oh, there is no safe spot, not on this work table. There is no safe spot. Okay, I found one. Okay. We're going to put that there. We are going to, let me, 3/4 of an inch. No. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I got myself sidetracked a little bit looking at something else. Okay, so we got our 10 inches at the top. We're going to score it 3/4. Okay, 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3 inches. So basically it's every 3/4 inch. Okay, we have 3/4 of an inch separations. And then we're going to flip it around and do the exact same thing on this side. Okay, so if you weren't paying attention the first time, 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3 inches. Susie, did you try and make any of these cards yet? I was making this one along with Connie, and I just loved this. I loved everything about this card right from the very beginning. I thought it was so cool. Okay, we're going to crease the score lines. Now what's going to end up happening, we're going to make a box on each side. And I'm going to let you in on a little hint. We are going to put it together with our box together with tear and tape, because we want it to hold up, okay? And tear and tape, when it comes to creating boxes or something like that, tear and tape works the best. Now the liquid glue works well, but the tear and tape is going to hold it right away. It's going to stick it tight, and it's going to keep it where you put it. So what we're doing here, we're going to bring it all the way in. We're going to put our tear and tape on this end here, this end strip. The one with the glue gun. Okay, I didn't do that one either, Susie, because I can't find my glue gun. I have one, but I don't know where it is. I haven't used it for so long. And everybody was saying that. It was kind of amusing to hear everybody saying, oh, I don't know where my glue gun is. Okay, folks, so you are going to take this end. You want the outside end. Make sure you put the right end, because the first one I made, I put it at the wrong place. So double check yourself. I want this to be here. And here. So for those of you who don't know, I know I've talked about Creative Aid in the past. These 4 ladies are very, very talented card makers, and they always come up with some of the most bizarre ideas for making different things, doing different things with cards. Their ideas are just always out of the box, or just a little different. And like this time, I'm trying to think of some of the more. Well, Brandy used a glue gun to squiggle lines all over a card, and then she put um, embossing powder on it and heated it, and the embossing powder stuck to the glue. It was really, and it was a very abstract looking card. It was really cool. She also did the one that I showed you. I told you that already. Okay, I have this done. Now I'm going to pull off the back. That you probably saw me doing this. I take my bone folder and push down good to make sure that the adhesive is stuck really well and tight, good and tight. And then you pull this stuff off. This stuff, that's a technical term. You know that one. Stuff. You pull that off and you bring the whole thing around. And you will see that you can squish it down there just to get that inside good and stuck. So you have kind of like a tube there. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to bring it around. That underneath part, we're going to match up with that seam. And put it down right there. Okay, and this is what you have. Now, when you're cutting, you want to cut a hole in this. I'm using the 2 3/8 punch, and you want to get it centered. And you want to make sure that you don't get your creases. You can do this before you actually glue these, which is probably the better idea, but I didn't think that far ahead. So I'm just cutting it out. Okay, so we have our hole, we have our tubes. Connie did a couple of these different ones. She did one, and I'm going to tell you this because I know a couple of people made comments about the one stamp set in the annual catalog that has the oh, it'll come to me, the hamburger. She did that one. She cut a square hole here. She put the hamburger in on the outside and in the back, and it was a really cool card. So she didn't necessarily use the round punch for everything, just for this one. So I'm just telling you, you can use a couple different things for it. So there's that. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take, we have a red piece, and the red is 5.5 by 4.25. That's our background layer. So we're not actually going to have a card. This is the back. So it's the size of a standard card, 5.5 by 4.25. And then we take a white piece and we're going to glue that on there, but we're going to stamp it first. And I say to do that because, well, you know me. If I screw it up, I'm going to screw it up after I've glued it. So I'm going to do it first to see if I can do it without screwing it up. So I have a real red stamping spot here because my real red is packed away yet from my class this afternoon. We're just going to stamp some. Oh, see, I screwed up already. We're just going to stamp a couple of candy canes on here. Remember, these are all from, I'm going to put it right on the edge. These are all from that autumn set. Both sides. I'm afraid I may not have gotten those close enough to the edge. I hope I did. Now, let me show you a little tip. Our markers are made to fix screw ups. So, when you miss a little spot like this, you can fill it in with the markers and they match. Um, Unfortunately, this one is just about dry. They are also refillable, if you didn't know that. And I do have uh, this one. Yes, this is the real red one. They can be re-inked. You can use the re-inkers to refill them. But what I'm doing here is I'm just going to get the tip with that mark, with this stamp pad, just enough to fill that in. There, fixed. These markers do match your stamp pads. Exactly. And like I said, they can be refilled with re-inkers. Okay. So we did that. That is going to go on here. And we might as well just go ahead and do that right now. I misplaced my glue. Imagine that. Well, you know what? I got my handy dandy little glue gun right here. Let me see if I can get it going. Get the glue flowing. Oh, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and just glue that. Little spidey veins, as Brownie puts it. That's going to go right there. And eventually, oh, I just moved it. That is the advantage of using liquid glue because you can move it before it dries. And then this part's going to get glued right in the center here, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. Yeah, I got a couple of these over a little too far this time, but it's okay. I can live with it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we have our whole card base ready, so we can do some stamping and some fixing things up. We made, okay, I made, before I got online, I just wanted to do this so that it would not take forever. I cut out marshmallows, 2 sets of marshmallows, 2 candy canes. Yep, there's another one in there. There it is. Okay. A paper cup. And then I also stamped, and I think I'm going to do this just so you can see what it is that I'm talking about as I'm doing it. Okay, so here's my red cup. All I did was stamp the cup onto the red. And now I'm going to stamp it onto the green. Okay, this set comes with dies, so I stamped it in red and then, stamped in black on the red. And then I die cut the cup. And this is what I ended up with, okay? Now I just stamped the cup on the green. And I'm fussy cutting just the label. I only want the label. So I am cutting as close to the black as I can get. Normally when you fussy cut, you leave a little bit of a margin, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I want the black line to show, so I don't want to cut it off. So you make sure you don't cut it off. And all we're cutting is the label. I guess it's a cup holder, actually. Get it close. Get it close to the black, but not, it doesn't have to be right on. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Glue it, put glue on it, and stick it to your cup. When you stick it to your cup, you're going to line up your black lines so it looks like it belongs there, right? It's like a little cup sleeve. Okay? Then you're going to take a candy cane and glue it onto the front. So, ladies, my point in telling you that about creative aid, this is something that they do, and they do it for people. I mean, they do it for the people on their teams, but they also do it for people like me who is a demonstrator and wants to show you how to do these neat things. So they show us how to do neat things and tell us, yeah, go ahead and show it so that your team can see it and do it too. So I mean, they actually do it for us to do this. The only thing is I can't like send you their instructions because I had to pay for them and they want people to pay for them if they're going to use them. But I can tell you how I did it and I can give you measurements and all that stuff. Okay, so what I did here is I cut the marshmallows twice. I die cut them, I stamped them and die cut them twice so that they fill up the whole top of the cup. And then I'm going to put some glue across the top of the cup. And stick these marshmallows on there. And I should have gotten my silicone mat out because I'm going to want to lay this down to dry for a second. And I don't want it to stick to my paper. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now we're going to want something on the inside. So when I cut that circle out of here, I saved the brown. And I did that with the 2 3/8 inch punch. So now I'm going to grab the smaller one, which is 2 1/4. And I'm going to punch it with white. Oh, sorry about that. I have my punches up on I have a curtain rod hanging on my wall, and I have my punches hanging over the curtain rod. So, but it's behind my camera and stuff, so I have to reach over there to put it away. So that's what that's all about. Okay, a couple little tricks here. I want to put the love you more than up here. First thing I want to do, okay, this is something she did not do, but I like it. There's gingerbread men in this stamp set I think are adorable. So what I did is I stamped a gingerbread man here and another one here. Okay, that's to start. Then there's a heart. And I'm going to stamp that in the middle between the two gingerbread men. I keep putting the stamp set away and I don't know why. I'm constantly using it. Okay, and grab a little block, little red. And I put that right here in the middle. Then I want to put love you more than, but it doesn't fit, right? Because it goes straight across and it will come out. Well, it would actually fit, but you know what? I like this other way better. So here's what we're going to do. It's an acrylic. You can see through it. I'm going to take the love you and I'm going to ink it up. I'm watching what I'm doing here so that I only get those two words, right? That's going to go right there. Excuse my head if it's in the way. Love you. Now I'm going to clean that off. And here's something you got to do. Clean it off real good. Stamp around a little bit because sometimes, like in my other one, I got a little bit of a shadow of the love you when I did the more than, because I still had just a hair ink on it that you couldn't even see, but you could see it. Okay, so now we're going to stick just the other half, the more than half, in our brown. And we're going to put that right underneath the love you. There we go. Love you more than. Then, okay, we have some scraps. Okay, I have a piece of red, real red, and a piece of white. The real red is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4, and the white is 2 by 1. So 2 inches by 1 inch, and then a 1/4 inch bigger all the way around. Okay, and this is where we're going to say peppermint cocoa. So what we're going to do here, we have our word peppermint. And we're going to put that up toward the top so we have room for cocoa. And the stamp set has a stamp again, hot cocoa. I don't want the hot, I just want the cocoa. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to ink up the cocoa with the brown ink. And put that right there. Cute. And then, of course, that gets glued onto our red background. You have two options here. You can put this on dimensionals on that, and then glue this onto your front, or you can put this like this and then put your dimensionals, and that's how I like it. For some reason, I just like it better that way. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, put it on here. And then I'm going to put that whole thing up on dimensionals. But we're not quite ready for that yet. These are all pieces that are going to go. Yeah, no, I cut two. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oops, I forgot. I knew there was a reason I cut the other candy cane. It's going to go up here, sticking out of the marshmallows. So let me just quick put a piece of glue on there. Stick that right. Right there, just peeking out of the marshmallows in the top. Okay. This gets glued to this. And we have one more piece to decorate, and that's our back. Now on the back, we're going to have it say, if I can find, you are the, yeah, here it is, and to my. Because now what we're going to do you are the oh, there it is. Peppermint. Oh, never fear. Flip this around. Do it again. You are the peppermint. Oops, put that in red. To my. And here we can leave the whole word hot cocoa. We'll do that in brown. Okay, and then one more thing. We're going to put the candy cane. I'm going to put a candy cane or two here. Put one here. There. Okay, and then that is going to get glued onto the back of this card here. And we're going to go ahead and glue that on before we assemble the rest of this. All right, now I know you're going to think that I'm doing this backward, and I'm not. I can guarantee you I'm not. We're going to glue this on next. Now, what we're going to do to get this on is we're going to do the same thing we did to glue it together. We're going to put tear and tape on each side of this. And I'm only going to put one strip because I think that's all I'm going to need for this. One good strip right there. Put it down here so I can burnish it real good. And I can tell you that Connie had a very technical way of putting this together, and this isn't it. Thirsty for cocoa. Yeah, isn't that the truth? It does it to you. Karen's thirsty for cocoa. Okay, so now we are going to pull our stuff off of here. We want this to come right to the bottom and right off of our candy canes which I stamped my candy canes a little too close. See, and then you can kind of flatten it. Oh no. Oops. Okay, guys, I screwed up. I'm gonna try. I shouldn't have stuck it down so hard. I'm gonna try to fix it. There, yeah, I think I fixed it. I think it worked. It moved. Not quite sure how or why, but it moved. I think when I flattened it. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do here is get it to stick with this first. There. That did it. I think that did it. I think that's okay. Then you can flatten it. Well, no, you actually can't. Oh, no. Well, I really don't know why that's stuck. I don't know what happened here. Oh, man, I messed that up really bad. But of course, I did it on live. I do not have a clue what happened there. But guys, I'm going to just real quick fix it. Oh, man, sorry about this. You'll get to see it twice. And here's Joey. Hi, Joey. Okay, so let's start this all over again. I'm going to take everything's ready to go except for the background piece. And this is going to be easy. I want this 11, 10. So I'm going to just cut an inch off by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. Oh, wait. 1 1/2. Yep, I was right. 1 1/2. 2 1/4. And 3. This stuff always happens when you're live. If I would have taped it, that I could stop it and redo it, it wouldn't happen. It would have went together perfectly. 3 1/4. 1 1/2. 2 1/4. So now you got all these measurements twice anyway. And 3. I'm going to redo just this front part. And that's good because I really was not happy with the fact that I made the, okay, there it is. My candy canes were too close. So, I will fix this. So I'm redoing my candy canes. And I'm going to get them a little closer this time. There's 4 or 5 of them. You know, guys, I always tell you, you can always fix it. And I know all the ways to fix it. So I'm going to show you that. What I'm going to do here, here's the card base that I had originally started with that I ripped up I ripped that off, so it got really messed up. But I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it on there because I have my back done. I'm gonna leave it on there, and I'm just gonna put glue on this, and I'm gonna glue it right over top of that. You're never gonna know that there's two layers there. It's just gonna look like it's extra strong construction, right? Boo Boo fixes. That's me. I can fix anything. Oh, I hate to throw things away. Now, I did end up throwing the front away and having to redo it, but that's okay. I really do not have a clue what happened there. Burnishing everything really good. Okay. And again, 2 pieces of tear tape. So you're seeing this for the second time. I did my nails last night, and right after I did my nails last night, I decided to clean the kitchen and scrub pots, and I really messed my nails up something fierce. So they're all chipped already, brand new, and I have them all chipped. Okay, and that's in there. And I just might go exactly against what I told you in the very beginning. And I might use liquid glue to attach this because I want to, I don't know. I just took notice when I was doing that it was really moving on me, and I want it to move, but I want it, well, I don't know. I want to be able to fold it flat after it's all put together. That's why I used the tear and tape. Maybe I should have put 2 pieces on. Maybe that was the problem. I don't really know. Okay. Second piece, second time for this box. Or for this box front. Attaching it good, burnishing it good. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Maybe Connie's way was the better way to do this. Okay, we're getting caught up here, kiddos. Oh, except I didn't punch the hole. I have to punch the hole here. I'll do that right now. Okay, I put 2 pieces on this time. Just, I don't know why, just in case. Okay. Punch the hole first. 2 1/4 inch punch. Push it in as far as you can get it. Okay, we're ready. We're ready to try this again. Okay, I'm going to pull the backing off of the tear tape. Have it where it belongs. It's burnished really well. And here's my card front. Now the boxes go. There and there. They're right where they should go. Let's smush them down on either side. Ta-da! That worked now. I have no idea what happened the last time, guys. I do not know why that didn't work, but now it's fixed. Okay. So now we have our box. We have all of our stuff that goes in our box. This, oh, before I finish this, I'm going to put this on the front with dimensionals. I'm going to put this circle on with dimensionals too. And I will just explain to you why we're putting this circle on after we put it together, because doesn't it seem like it would make more sense to put it on first? But I want to be able to peek right through that hole and see it. So I want to make sure it's placed right. So my peppermint cocoa box is going right here. And I'm going to use my tweezers to get this placed exactly where I want it. And so how I'm doing this, I'm just going to put it right up in the middle and then take it down and push it down. Then I have my cocoa cup. And I'm just going to glue that on. I'm not going to put dimensionals on this because it's going to kind of hang over here over the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to let it like that. Then I'm going to take these. Now, I'm sorry because these are not available. And that just really, really upsets me because I think these are the coolest thing. They just scream Christmas and I just love them. But they're not available right now. I'm not even going to tell you when they're going to be available because it's changed. Like, I have people that want them and I want more of them. And so when I went to try to order them and saw they were not available, I looked on our inventory report to see when they will be available. And at the time, it told me October. I don't know, it told me sometime in October. So I went back on that date and it had moved to November. And now it has moved toward the end of November. So they'll be available sometime. I just don't know when. And I can't promise you. I can promise you you'll have them in time for Christmas. And if you want them on Christmas cards, you could make the cards and have everything ready to go and just put these on when they come in. I don't know what else to tell you. I love them though. So I really, really want to I really want to use them. And I think with this particular card, you can't do without them on this card. This is so cute. One other place that I had put the peppermints is in the middle there. Let me put a couple in there yet. And I'm not going to do an envelope right now, but I will show you what I did with the envelope because that was kind of cute too. And that was also what Connie did with hers. Okay, so there we are. We're done. And this card just stands up. It folds like this to go in an envelope. Okay. It's going to be a little bulky, so it's probably going to require a little extra postage, but I just think it's adorable. And, okay, for the envelope, I stamped the candy canes up the front. And on the back, I just put peppermint, hot cocoa, gingerbread men, candy canes. So it's just cute, festive. Okay, that's it, guys. And of course, it took a little longer than I expected because I had to redo the box thing, and I really do not know what the problem was there, why that happened the way it did. I don't know what made that happen, but we got it right and it worked. I hope you liked it and I hope you try it because I think it's so cute and it's such a neat way to use the autumn set. So I'm glad you liked it and hope to see you next week. Oh, wait, next week I will be at the library Wednesday night, which means I will not be live. I may try to jump on some other time or to do a tape, just not positive, but I won't be live next Wednesday. So you know that. Okay. It would be fun to try it. It would, Karen. And it's not as hard as it looks and it's easy to fix if you screw it up, as you saw. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful card making day. Good night.